So let's start with the newest stuff. Leo in Madrid, in Fuenlabrada. How's life now?
Great. Like we mentioned before, 15 years after the start of my career. So it's a different type of life than EuroLeague. Whatever I've been through all my life, but I really enjoy being in Madrid. Family not far. I have grown kids now, so the vision changed a little bit, but I still being crazy of EuroLeague and Partizan especially because I follow a lot but life is good.
Yeah, so we've mentioned the period that is almost 10 years ago you left Partizan, but everybody still talks about Leo, Joffre, the French guys, that team. Is it? Are you surprised that even so long ago still people talk about you so fondly?
Yes. To be honest, yes. Like I said, it was 10 years ago. I entered Partizan. I was 20, so that's a different life almost. In the basketball life, it goes so fast, but still, like I said, playing in Fuenlabrada now, I have every week at least 2 Serbians coming to practice to take photo, to talk a little bit, and that means a lot to me, and that means also this team 2012-14 leave a footprint in the memories of people and in our memories too, in our heart too. Like I said, still in touch with a lot of players from that period, and that was a great time. But also it shows how much we had a blessed to play in this team.
Yeah, we talked about how things change in EuroLeague, in modern basketball. You guys were so young when you played in EuroLeague, by far the youngest team, like literally kids. Everybody called you Partizan kids.
Yes,
so
yes.
It seems like those types of teams now don't exist.
No, that's true. I mean, the EuroLeague changed a lot since then. Became championship now. The team is stronger and stronger. More money involved, and it becomes difficult to play in this way. But it was special when you see the names and so on. When I talk with teammates here, sometimes I told them I witnessed maybe the game with the most talented player on the floor, and it was Partizan Mega.
Yeah.
If you recall all the names and the players, of course we were, most of us very young, but still we didn't realize back then. But when you see now the career of each of the players in those teams, that's insane, And the modern basketball is really connect to the modern life. So everything changed with the social media, with the way we see basketball, the way we play basketball. But still, there is a huge love for the sport.
What is like the main thing you remember in those seasons in Belgrade? What stands out? The first thing you think about?
The togetherness between players, first of all, coach, but also with the fans. And when you put into perspective the way it started, Dule came back to the club. Some struggle, financial struggle started, and so on. The youngest team maybe ever on the EuroLeague stage, and we made it through. Amazing year, amazing 2 years. So the togetherness. Like I said, I'm still very, very close to Lucic, Bogdanovic, Milosavljevic. So it means a lot. 10 years after to be that close, and it's just the emotion we lived and the experience over there that bring us all together. So that's for me the things that come back to me.
Lucic, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago that what did you say? He said you sent him some article about something. I can't remember. Maybe like the practices are different. Like nobody practices now. Like you guys did back then.
No, it's not possible. If you put it into perspective nowadays, no way we could have done the way we practiced at that time. Of course, we were all young, so it helps, healthy and young. But yeah, nowadays with the schedule and stuff, it will be impossible.
Is there any game that like stands out even 10 years ago?
There is many actually. Of course, the 2013 ABA League final against Vesda in Laktashi. But what's funny is there was this game, and then 5 days later we play against Red Star in Serbian League at home, and the atmosphere was just amazing. The songs, everything, and I remember after the game I had some ear problem for 3 days. It was so loud, and we lost that game. So it's weird that that one stick in my head, but just the way the teams went, like the season went. Like if you recall, Zvezda had a great team come back with Rakošević and stuff like this. We lost the first 2 games against them by 18 maybe, and then we started to work crazy, and we won ABA finals and Serbian League finals. So all of those emotions, were very big, and on that game I remember that's when the emotion came to me the most.
Was that? No, it was the season after that when Bogdan scored like 120 points. That was the season after that.
Yes.
When you look at the talent on that team, it's unparalleled. Like each and every one of you guys made it to top tier teams. Bogdan and Davis made it to the NBA. It seems like It seems like, I mean, we've talked about it in the past, but if you guys were ever meant to come back together, it would be like a Final Four team.
Yes, of course, that's what we were saying, like back then, to this team plus 1 or 2 addition Americans or a little bit more athletic or stuff. Of course, if you see now the way the players evolved, definitely we will have a chance to be that team, but it's not possible. Just when you see Bogdan in NBA, you have also to be realistic, but I'm so happy to the career of everyone. Like I said, we're still very, very close, and whenever I can watch the games of those guys, I'm in front of my TV.
What about Dule? Give me a memory about Dule. First thing that comes to mind.
So there is things we can say, there is things we cannot say. So of course, as a human being, the first things that comes is things you cannot say. As a French guy, first year at 20, I didn't know what to expect. The way everything went, I tried also maximum to really get into the Serbian culture and to understand, trying to talk more and more. And there was this game to play against Zvezda after the cup that we couldn't. We had a lot of injuries back then. Sasha Pavlovic was not here yet, I think, and so he put young players to play the cup. If you remember.
I remember.
1 week after we play in Adriatic League against Zvezda in their place. That's when they put the Kukavica song,
Yes, I remember.
And just the reaction, I still have it. I saw the video not far ago, not long ago on YouTube, and that's just Dule, being the soul and of Partizan, of that team. And for us, it was just, like I said, a blessing to be coached by him, to be mentored by him, and I'm not enough thankful for everything he did for me and for us.
I mean, they called him the general, but it really seemed like he was a general of the army, and everybody was like strong.
It was tough but fair, and of course we were all 20, so it gets easier. You know? If now at 30 years old you treat him the same way, I'm not sure it would have worked in that way. But at that time, I think that's what everybody needed. And he showed us how to be a professional, how to behave the right way towards the teammates, the fans, and so on. And he was a general, but also a mentor.
Yeah. You had the fortune after Partizan to play with some really big clubs, great cities. How do you view your career as a whole? Do you have any regrets, or are you you're still playing?
No, because at the end, I had a lot of very tough injuries, surgeries. But at the end, afterwards, I always found a great club, and I lived some great emotions as well. I remember when I was in CSKA, I had 2 very big injuries back then. I didn't stay. I had to have surgery in May in my back. I didn't stay. I was in a bad mood. I mean, in a bad place. Really,
I understand.
And then I signed for the second time in Žalgiris in October, and it was an amazing year. We went to the EuroLeague playoff, winning here in Madrid to go to the playoffs and stuff. And so all those things that I can say, oh, it's a pity, or it brought me to other emotions, and that's what I look the most of the time during my career, to leave emotions. And so I'm really happy to have experienced everything I did through my career. Hopefully a couple more years, but yeah.
How much are you looking after the playing career, what's coming next, or are you still focused on playing games?
A little bit both, but yes, I would be a coach. I'd be a coach. Like I say, I met great coaches during my career, and I was always thinking, what's coming next? I know I can be good as a coach, but if I can, after a player's career, to again, come back in this basketball world, pressure, whatever, and that was just questions going through my mind, and then I had the 3 coaches in a row who told me, I didn't even mention it with them, they told me you have to be coach. So when those big coaches come to you and say, hey, you got to do it. So Sharas, first of all, Sasha Obradovic, and the coach from Obradoiro I had 2 years ago. So it really made me think that I have to try it, because I know deep inside I can be really good at it.
I mean, and you mentioned all the coaches from Dule to Šeljko to Sharas. What's the thing you taken from them, like Željko? I mean, he's 9 EuroLeague titles. How was it seems from looking from the outside, he seems like so tough to work with, but then again, it seems everything works out.
No, I mean, there is some guys. It's like in the cinema, hard. They're just talented, and everything what they touch is going into gold or whatever. I think Željko is that type of guy, but also he's working very hard, and he's always ahead. Like I saw one thing last time, and it also blew my mind. He's always ahead of all the tendency, and we call in basketball one play called the Spanish action. I mean, it's tactical, but because Scariolo played in 2008 with the Spanish national team. But if you see the game of Panathinaikos 2004,
it was Željko.
Željko was already doing it, So he has this inside of him. Of course, he's a hard worker, but as a coach, you want to take a little bit from everybody. Nobody can be Jelko, nobody can be Sharas. So I think that's the main thing. Every coaches I had, there is things that I really loved and some other things that I wouldn't be able to reproduce, And that's the way I see the things, and that's the way I want to involve in this process of being a coach.
I mean, it would be like a fairy tale for Partizan players, for Partizan fans. You didn't come back as a player, but maybe as a coach.
Who knows? Who knows? That would be amazing. Okay, but it's still a long time to be a coach of that type of team and that level. But sure, that would be a dream come true.
Maybe an assistant coach.
Who knows?
Yeah. What about Partizan now? You watch games. I
watched the first games against Estonia.
Yeah. What do you think about this new team? It's completely renovated.
Yes.
14 new players.
Yeah, that's insane. When you think about it, that's insane. But before last season, I would have said that will take a lot of time, and but then you have Panathinaikos who changed all the roster and they went to win the EuroLeague title. But okay, it's different perspective and environment and the way to work. But anyway, Jelko has a very specific system that, like I said, he's always ahead of everybody. So he's doing a lot of things that most of the players maybe never saw before, and that takes time to take it and to practice it and stuff like this. So definitely the roster is great, I think. But then now they have to be a team, and I'm sure in Jelko they will success. But there is a lot of newcomers to EuroLeague in that team, of players with not so much experience. So it will take time. They will adjust. But definitely that team has a big potential.
The French connection between Partizan, it started with you. It started with you, but it continues to this day.
Yes,
yeah, Frank's now here. It seems like it's a funny thing. France and Partizan.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's been six, 7 players from France went in Partizan. Really happy for Frank. We are from the same city,
Frank and you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Small city in east of France. So I know him since he's 6. So
really?
Yeah. So really happy for him to be in that type of environment. Also, he has a huge potential, but it's kind of the picture of what I said about the team. Means that he doesn't know what EuroLeague demands yet. He has huge potential, but now he has to deliver and show it on the court. I mean, there is something happened. I think Joe and me did pretty well the first years, because we have to recall against 12 years ago, no French player played in Serbia. Most of them were in Spain or France or not even further. There was something that we opened the door, and I'm really happy that people see that Serbia is an amazing place to play, but also that French players are also able to be at that level.
France as a basketball nation, the Olympic game finals. It seems like France is at an all-time high. Would you agree? Like, I assume you watched the game against America.
Yeah, definitely. I watched the semi-final too. We improving. The thing is, for years we've been known to have a great athletic characteristic, abilities and stuff, but without so much basketball IQ and I think we're improving a lot in that sense. And then we have a couple of players that make the difference. When we have one Miami now for the next 10 years, we have another point guard coming, Traore, that is, I think is going to be a great player. So sometimes in those, basketball is a collective sport, but you need one of two great players especially at that level. We can see with Serbia, Jokic, Bogdanovic. You know, it's not the same team if you take them off from the roster, but definitely we're improving a lot, and I think next 10 years we can have great goals and achievements.
What was the time? I think we're